Hello students, in the last class we discussed Bohr's atomic model, its postulates and what are the what success of Bohr's atomic model. Okay. Now today's topic our explanation of line spectrum of hydrogen. So what is the first point? Line spectrum observed in case of hydrogen atom can be explained quantitatively using Bohr's model. So what is the meaning of that one? Okay, if you see in one of the video, we discuss line spectrum of hydrogen atom. In that, we came across one of the formula, that is mu naught equal to 109,677 by n1 square minus n2 centimeter inverse. Okay, here we didn't get any information how we got, isn't it? Directly we wrote the formula. So here, so how this came, that explanation given by the one Bohr's atomic model. So what is given there? Line spectrum observed in case of hydrogen atom. So we discussed about the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. We got the various lines like Lyman, Balmer, Fashion, Brackett and Piffon. In that we saw one equation. Okay, that equation, okay, can be explained quantitatively, means how it came. Okay, then using what? Bohr's model. Okay, now so if you see the in Bohr's postulates here, so if you see in one of the Bohr's postulates, what according to Bohr's postulate, when an electronic transition takes place between two stationary states, the difference in energy is given by what is that? Delta E equal to E final minus initial. So already we discussed in the last class. For example, so we have the what? This is a nucleus. Okay, energy. This is first orbit having the energy E1, and this is the second orbit having the energy E2. Okay, this is n equal to 1. Here n equal to 2. Now the energy equation what? Here we have the delta equal to what? E2 minus E1. So instead of E2 minus En, here we took the what? E final minus initial. Okay. Now, so here EF is means what? Final orbit energy. Okay. EI means initial orbit energy. Okay. So in last class in Bohr's success theory already we discussed, we can calculate the energy of particular orbit by using this expression, isn't it? Okay. So energy of nth orbit equal to what? We have the expression minus 2.18 into 10 to power of minus 18 into z square by n square joules. Okay. Now already we discussed in case of z what here? Atomic number. So we are talking about the what here? Hydrogen atom, isn't it? Hydrogen spectrum. So what is the atomic number of hydrogen here? Z equal to 1. Then what happen if you substitute here Z equal to 1? Then equation become what? E energy of nth orbit equal to minus 2.18 into 10 to power of minus 18 into 1 by n square by joule, isn't it? So here what I will do, instead of EF, I will write the equation what here? Minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of 18 into 1 by. Okay, why? Because 1, because here what happened? We took the Z equal to 1. Why? Because it is a hydrogen atom. Divided with the 1 by and final square. Why? Because means you are taking the energy of final orbit. So here what? Principal quantum number what? Final orbit. Units are what? Joules. Next, E initial. Here initial what we are taking? Energy of initial orbit equal to same minus 2.18 into the power of minus 18 into 1 by, again why? Because 1 means here in the expression Z equal to 1. So what will become equation now? 1 by n initial square into joules. Okay. Next. Yeah. So here we have the expression what? Delta equal to E final minus initial. Okay. Now substitute the values here. So E final what we have? minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 1 by n final square. Okay, these are the units. Joules, already we have in the formula expression, minus that minus into what we have initial energy formula here, minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 1 by initial square. Okay, and initial square into joules. Okay, so according to maths, you know very well, minus into minus what will happen here? It will become plus. Okay, so next step is what? Minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 1 by n final square joules. Minus into minus what will become it? Plus. In plus 2.1 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 1 by initial square n initial square into joules. Okay, so what I will do for my convenience, I will write this total positive term this side. Okay, I will write this term here in this side. Okay, so now if you go for simplification, what happened here? 2.18 into power of minus 18 is common, isn't it? So now go for the common here. Delta E equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 1 by n initial square minus n final square in the joules, because units are what? Joule. So joules also common. Okay, so next here what happened? Generally we have the formula what? Delta E equal to h mu, isn't it? Okay, so next already in the previous knowledge we have frequency and lambda relation is what? Mu is equal C by lambda. Okay, so now what I will do here, instead of mu, simply I will substitute here C by lambda. So equation will become what? Delta E equal to h into C by lambda. Okay, just I will go for the rearrangement here. So what happened? What I will do? This hc by lambda I will write in the denominator. So what happened? Equation delta E by hc equal to 1 by lambda. Okay, now you know very well A equal to B means B equal to A. Okay, so what I will write? I will write here 1 by lambda equal to delta E by hc. Is it clear? What I need? Simply A equal to B means simply what I wrote now, B equal to A. Okay, now equal to here. So already we got the delta E here. That is in the what is we got the final here now equation, this one. Okay, now I will substitute here. So 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joules into 1 by n initial square minus 1 by n final square. Okay, divided with the what? Here what we have? H into C, means h is Planck constant, C is what? Velocity of light. Now what I am doing here, I am substituting value because already we have the value. Now h value you know very well, we have in the x sign joules, isn't it? Now which one we have to select? We have to select joules only. Why? Because means these are the SI units or MK units, so unit should be in the same. Okay, so these are the MKs, means I have to select the MKs only. So h value in the MKs means we have how much? 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 14 joules into second. Okay, already we discussed units of h is what? Joules in second into C is what? Velocity of light. So velocity of light also here we have the two. Okay, isn't it? In the meters and centimeters. So just now we told these are in the MKs, means the velocity of light should be also what? In the MKs. So value of C, how much we are taken now? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Why? Because means velocity means what? Distance by time. Okay, now just see the cancellation of units. So what happened? Second inverse will get cancelled. Why? Because second inverse means what? 1 by second. So second 1 by second will get cancelled. Joules will be left. Okay, now so this already what we done, we went for the simplification. Okay, this total term we went for the simplification. Now what we left? 1 by lambda. Okay, 1 by lambda equal to, now this if you go for the simplification, what is the value you are getting? 1.09677 into 10 to the power of 7 into 1 by initial square minus 1 by final square in the what? Meter inverse. See carefully, here we are taking the what? MKS units, okay? Now, so you know very well 1 by lambda means, shall I write here mu bar, wave number, okay? So you can, instead of 1 by lambda, you can also write the equation what? Mu bar equal to this term, okay? Now I want to calculate 1 by lambda or mu bar in the centimeter inverse, means what happened here? 109677 into 1 by initial square minus 1 by final square. So be careful. So in the numerical, are they asking the lambda? Okay, here lambda, by using this formula, are they asking in the meter inverse or centimeter inverse? According to that, you have to select a value. Why? Because means you know very well 1 meter equal to what? 100 centimeters. So the here value is going to be vary. Okay. So now what will happen here? Now you can see this term, this how you got this expression quantitatively explained by the what? Bose. Okay. So that is the one of the success of Bose model. Okay. So in the line spectrum of hydrogen atom, just we came across the word expression. Okay. We didn't discuss how it came, but how the value, okay, how that expression came is given by the word Bose model of hydrogen atom. Okay. You can cross check in our notes. Okay. Here just we discuss the word equation. Okay. But we discuss how we didn't derive how it came. But that explanation is given by the word Bose model. Okay. Next. Here. So in the case of absorption spectrum, already we discussed absorption when it takes place if electrons moves from the lower orbit, lower stationary state to upper orbit. So what happened in this case? For example, electron is in the n equal to 1, means first orbit. If it is moving to the n equal to fourth orbit. So what happened here? Absorption of electron is going to be takes place. So if you see the n values, NF means final, means where is going to reach the final? At the fourth orbit. So NF value is greater than Ni. So what happened in this case? In the case of absorption spectrum, NF is greater than, means final orbit number is greater than initial orbit number, and the term in the parenthesis is positive and energy is absorbed. So what is talking here? Okay, talking about this value. Okay. So what happened? For example, initial we have the 1 square. Okay. Final we have the 2 square. So what happening here? If you go for the LCM, you're getting the 4 minus 1. So you definitely will get the value what? Positive. Means total this parenthesis term become what happened? Positive. What in case of absorption spectrum? Now if you go for the emission spectrum, so what will happen here? Okay. Emission means what here? The electron has to come from the upper orbit to lower orbit. Okay. So for example, here we have the initial, means the electron is here taking the for emission. This is the initial. Okay. So from upper orbit it's going to come down. So it is going to reach here. So this is a final. So electron here from the Ni, initial is 4th. If it's come down, it's called as a what? Emission spectrum. So in this case, what happened? In case of emission spectrum, initial value is N of initial value is greater than NF and energy is emitted. So you know very well, in the case of absorption spectrum, energy is going to be absorbed. In case of emission spectrum, energy going to be emitted. Now the symbol is very, very important. Delta equal to what? Positive in case of absorption spectrum. So you have to remember the delta E value has to come positive in case of absorption spectrum, whereas delta E value should be negative in case of emission spectrum. Why? Because means if you see in the equation, in case of emission spectrum, what happened? Here initial value is less. Why? Because for 1 square. Now it's going to start from the fourth orbit. So what 4 square means 16. 16 minus 1 means definitely 1 minus 16 you are getting. Okay. So the value in this term total become what? Negative. So ultimately if you calculate the delta E, it will come negative. How you are going to calculate delta E? I will show the numericals. Okay. So you have to remember, in case of absorption spectrum, delta is a positive. In case of emission spectrum, delta is the negative. Okay. Next point, what we have? In case of large number of hydrogen atoms, large number of transition possibles, and resulting large number of spectral line, isn't it? How? Because means if you take the one hydrogen atom means number of transitions were less. Okay, one electron is going here and there. If you take the for example 3, so what happened at a time, you are going to get the 3 electrons, and 3 electrons maybe go from the up and down, down from up to down, so no more number of transitions are possible. So like that, if you take the large number of hydrogen atoms means what happened, large number of transitions are possible, mean electron is going to jump here and there, and resulting large number of spectral lengths. So what happened, already we discussed, if electron is going from the lower orbit to upper orbit to lower orbit, so there is some radiations are there, so that we are going to record, that is called as a spectrum. So more number of transitions means you can get the resulting one large number of spectral lines. Okay, next point what we have, next point is the brightness or intensity of spectral lines depends on the number of photons of same wavelength or frequency absorbed or emitted. Okay, for example in the mobile you know very well the brightness you can change, okay, isn't it? The screen brightness is there now, you are going to change, or intensity, you can call it the intensity. So already in the previous video we discussed what's definition of intensity. Intensity is what? The number of photons are falling per unit surface area. So what happened? More number of photons are going to follow means what happened? It indicates intensity is more. So that is what to convey. Okay. So brightness or intensity depends on what? Number of photons of same wavelength. We are not going to change the radiation or frequency. Means you are going to use the only one radiations. Only one. For example, you are taking the IR or UV. But what happened? You are going to change the number of photons. Okay. If you want to increase the or change the intensity. Okay. That is the meaning of that point. Okay. Next to come to, we have the word limitations of Bose theory or model. Okay. Now what are the limitations of Bose theory? So now come to here. Limitations. So first one is what? Nothing but drawback. Okay. So now come to the limitations. First one, it fails to account for the finer details. That is what? Doublet. That is, meaning of doublet means what? That is too closely spaced lines of the hydrogen atom spectrum observed by using the sophisticated spectroscopic techniques. Means what is the meaning of that one? For example, okay, here if you go for the again, okay, if you see this diagram, what happened? You are going to see only one line. Okay, so what happened if you go for the sophisticated instrument here, instead of like one line, okay, now you are going to see the only one lines in the case of Lyman series. Okay, but if you go for the any sophisticated line, instead of one line you are getting here the two lines. Okay, like that two lines are coming. Okay, if you go for the any sophisticated instruments. So why this is happening in case of hydrogen atom? That is does not give an explanation by the what? Bose model. That is one of the limitations of what? Bose model. Means these two lines called as a doublet. Okay. So generally you are able to, what happened? He explained only one line. Okay, Lyman says like that. But if you go for the finer line, so instead of one line you are able to see the two lines. Now why this happened? Okay, he didn't give any explanation. Okay, that is the drawback of or limitations of Bose model. And second point, Bose model is applicable for atoms or ions containing what? Single electron only. Okay, example hydrogen He plus Li plus 2. Okay, so already we told what is the mean single here if you see the hydrogen, we have the only one electron. He plus means what happens? So it lose one electron, mean have only one electron. Okay, in previous courses already in the previous video we discussed like, okay, so okay, this you can remember. For example, helium has 2 electrons, but if it loses one electron, we are writing the He plus. Okay, means this plus indicate means what? It loses one electron. Okay, so how many electrons left now? One electron. Now come to lithium. You know very well it having the 3 electrons. If it's losing the 2 electrons, that you are indicating with the what? Plus with the 2 means it loses already 2 electrons, left with the 1 electron. Next, beryllium. It has the 4 electrons. If it lost the 3 electrons, so what happens? Now you are going to show the how many electrons last with the what? Plus 3, left with the what? 1 electron. So now Bohr's model is applicable for atoms or ions containing single electron only. Okay, example hydrogen, He plus, lithium plus 2, are not applicable to the multi-electronic atoms or ions. For example, if you take the only helium atom, only lithium, you are not talking about the what? Ions. So what happened? Helium contains the 2 electrons, lithium contains the 2 electrons, the lithium contains the 3 electrons. So multi-electronic system, it does not give any explanation. That is the one more limitations of Bohr's theory. Okay. Next, it could not explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Okay. Now let us discuss what is Zeeman effect. Zeeman effect means what? The splitting of spectral lines under the influence of magnetic field. What is the meaning of this one? Okay. Again, okay. Here again you are able to see the only one line spectrum, line spectrum of hydrogen atom. So you are going to see the what? Only single line. Each you are going to see clearly one line you are able to see. So what happened when you apply the magnetic field? Now you are able to see only this line. Okay, like you are able to see the like that you are able to see the lines. Okay. So what happened if you apply the magnetic field? Okay. For example, you have the magnet having the south pole and north pole, whatever your interest you can keep here. So what happened? This line again to going for the again splitting is going to take place. Okay, like again going to split. So why it is going to happen? Didn't give an explanation by the what? Bohr's theory. Again, next we have the Stark effect. Stark effect is what? Again, this line again going to go for the again splitting when you apply the electric field. So you are now you have to take the what? Positive and negative terminals of battery. So there is again splitting of these lines. Okay, why this is happening means Zeeman effect means the splitting of spectral lines under the influence of magnetic field. And now Stark effect means what? The splitting of spectral lines under the influence of electric field. Okay, means now see, you can see this one line is there. We apply the battery as a negative positive terminal. So what happened? There again splitting is there. Why this is happening? It does not give any information from, we didn't get any information with the what? Bohr's theory. Next, fourth, it could not explain the ability of atoms to form molecules by chemical bond. So you know very well atoms are very unstable. Okay, they are going to form the bonds to get the stability. Actually, you know, right now you know. But what happened at that time? So hydrogen atom, you know, when compared to hydrogen atom H, you can take the H2 molecule is more stable. So how they combine? By using the what? One chemical bond. So hydrogen atom is there, hydrogen atom is there. Okay, they combine together, form the what? H2 molecule, isn't it? This is what? H2 molecule. How they combine? By forming with the one chemical bond. Okay, how they what happened? It could not explain the ability of atoms to form molecules by chemical bonds. So why the atoms are going to form the molecule? It didn't give the explanation. Okay, these are the what? Limitations of Bohr's model of hydrogen atom. Okay, yeah. Next,